Hi, we'd like to thank you for tuning into the World Boxing Review radio show. My name is Aaron Snow. They call me the Hall of Fame trainer of champions, as we travel the world for past, present, and future stars. In coming to you live from Tampa, Florida, we have some unique guests today who's doing wonderful things in the world of boxing. They're coming to you from different parts of the United States. We have John Legend and Ira Glass. One's in California, the other one's Ira. He's in Florida. Welcome into the World Boxing Review radio show. How y'all doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. It's a beautiful day in Southern California right now. Aaron, I want to thank you very much for having me on this show. I really appreciate it.
Well, look, it's always great when people are doing such unique things in boxing. And this, what you're doing in boxing, you're doing something unique. And me and Ira Glass have worked together for a long time doing stuff in boxing, and I'm glad to see that Ira is part of your project. But John, man, we're going to jump right into it. Can you give me a brief introduction of yourself and for the boxing fans around the world? Tell us what inspired you to become number one, a promoter and doing the things that you're trying to do in boxing now.
Well, I was my background really is in electronics and in mortgage, and I'm a financial expert. Actually, I have many years in building multiple homes and doing real estate and mortgages and stuff. Uh, Later, when the mortgage crisis took a dive in 2009, my wife and I formed a company called Eruption. So, an Eruption was an action sports apparel wear company. Uh, and, that inspired us to do all kinds of extreme sports. We really got connected into the MMA industry. So, we started sponsoring a lot of MMA fighters, Chris Cyborg, Razor Rob McCulloch. They all lived in Huntington Beach, California, where I live, very close to all that. So uh, it really inspired us to help the industry, the professional boxing industry. My wife became a professional boxing manager, and she was mentored by uh, legendary Jackie Kalin, which became a very close friend and a mentor for many years. And so that really this we really decided to really jump in deep into the boxing community. So kind of that's how it all started with mortgage business going really kind of bad. So it really pushed us. That happened in 2008, 2007, 2008, and 2009.
Hmm. Well, you answered part of my next question. What experience do you have in the boxing industry leading up to this point? So you already answered some of that, but if you can elaborate on your experience in boxing and with doing such an event, or you already had said some of it, but if you can do that.
Yeah, so my experience in boxing is, I grew up with my father as a really avid sports watcher in New Jersey. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. We came to Southern California for opportunities. My father was in electronics and the space race and stuff. So, but every single weekend and day, my dad sat in front of the TV with headphones, the old little transistor radio headphones in front of the TV, and he would have boxing going. He would have baseball going and football going. And so I grew up right next to him, watching him do all this stuff. So it really inspired me to be active in all types of sports as I grew up in Southern California. So that really motivated us to really get into the boxing community. Well, when we heard that the Olympics was deciding to pull boxing out of the Olympics, we decided that we really had to do something for it. So we put together a really super powerful elite team of people. And as you can see, Jackie's on our team, and Ira's on our team, and Ray Leonard Jr.'s on our team, and we have multiple really seasoned people in this business. So that was really the beginning of us forming the company called ESEsports.tv. And with my background in technology, I brought I think something that really no other promoter or no other boxing organization has put together as far as technology and the younger people, where the younger people really can be interactive. My website is super interactive. It's full of AI. It reads to you in 30 different languages. So I mean, because we're a global event, we will be having nation against nation, which I don't think too many people have ever done nation against nation, just like the Olympics. So it's their honor, they're representing their country. And so we're going to do this all over the world. Our first event's in Cancun. And then after Cancun, we're going to China, Shanghai. And we're going to showcase boxers who don't really get showcased that often. And so we're gonna show their name worldwide. We're gonna give them a spotlight. All these young professional boxers, we're gonna give them exposure, media, and I think that's what really is needed in this business, is a new take on boxing. So that's what I have to say.
Okay, being that you mentioned what some of the stuff that's going on with this tournament, we'll bring Ira Glass, who's been doing boxing for many years. I had a close relationship with him when we were with Don King and stuff that we did together outside of Don King. Ira, this here venture that you're in, it's a tournament. If you could talk, elaborate it from your perspective of your team in this tournament, what is it exactly it's all about?
Well, let me say first, thanks again, Aaron. Our friendship does go back many decades now. And
Mhm.
even outside of the DK stuff, we did stuff up and down the East Coast, Dana Pitcher. We did stuff for Comcast. We've been all over. We've been in California, been in Vegas together. And I think what is open now is the whole advent of live streaming is really opened up abilities for all of us to rejuvenate the boxing world, and especially with talent that we hasn't had a chance, as John had said, to get showcased. And that's what this format's going to do. Right now we have 9 bouts, um, from a couple of 10 rounders, multiple of 8s, and a multiple of 6. And this is country against country. Every participant will, at the end of the evening, get trophies. They're awesome trophies. If you go to the ESEsports.tv website, you'll see such a fabulous piece of hardware that we've designed that they'll be able to leave this experience with. We're carving out, with John's connections, we're carving out uniforms, all the trappings that the teams should have, and give fighters respect. We're going to do lots of one-on-ones, and we're going to bring their stories not only back to the programming side, but we're also going to bring their stories to the communities. We have a very deep mission statement that talks about giving back to the communities with Doctors Without Borders, with the WBC Cares, which I know is close to your heart, Aaron. I know you're involved with Miss Diamond a lot. She was very complimentary the other day when we had a big discussion. She's very excited about this event and what we can do moving forward. Her team is all over this, and that's very solid. We're going to bring back that whole concept of pressing the flesh, as Don would say. We're going to get out there in the community and this is going to be more than just an evening of boxing. We have
Well, you're absolutely right, and we want to say to people who are logging in online that are listening, we want to say hi to Little Holmes. Thanks for tuning in, Christopher. He said it's great to see two boxing legends, and yes, there's plenty of legends, and that Jill Diamond and Mauricio Suleiman and them with the WBC. For them to be a part of anything is a yieldsman work that they do around the world. And I believe with a tournament like this, China versus Mexico.
good
What a
point, Aaron.
unique thing that the Olympics, man.
Well,
To
Aaron,
have.
you brought up the WBC. I mean, this was something that I was championing on in our organization when we first launched this, is that we needed a primary global boxing association to recognize this. John went out through his connections and discussed it with the Suleimans, suggested it with Miss Diamond, and they've got on board 100%. They're the sanctioning body for this tournament in Cancun. We're at a fabulous resort where everyone's going to be treated to an incredible 3 or 4 or 5 days worth of boxing events. We have everything from entertainment to, of course, we're going to do a gala dinner. It's going to be something special. And of course, we are expecting you to be there.
Yeah, look, hey, look, something's special like this, and it's unique in its setup. The Diamond WBC is doing a tournament now that's going on. It's in its second phase in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, with Turk Al-Sheikh. But John Legend, this is a unique situation for a person who's been in the tech industry and all of that, who happens to love boxing. His wife is a manager. To jump out there to put your money where your mouth is, and investment dollars, and invest in a project that you're doing and into the future. How many bouts do you have already that are set up, and what are the pay? So, and how can fighters, if they want to participate in your tournament from different companies, sign up to do such a thing?
Yeah, so we have 9 bouts, 8 of them being males and 1 being female.
Mm-hmm.
And like Ira said, they're between 10 rounds, 8 rounds, and some 6 rounds. And what I'm doing right now is on the website, I'm building right now a forum where professional fighters all over the world can register themselves on our site, and we ask them a lot of questions and stuff, and we'll put them as a pick for their country. And also we're talking to multiple promoters all over the world. We're getting hit up by South Africa, Australia, the Philippines, Thailand. Many countries are hitting us up right now to join in on this project, which is really super fantastic for us. I mean, I feel really grateful that I know I'm doing something good for the business. So stay tuned on our website. It's constantly being updated and changed. So I want everybody to really take a good look at it. And like I said, every week we're updating the website to accommodate this. So it's going to grow and grow and grow. And by the way, we are live streaming. We are live streaming all over the world. It's free to view right now. And we're working with Azteca Television in Mexico, and it's going to be a beautiful event. And hopefully it'll go with no glitches. There's always some glitches in technology.
Yeah.
But, as you know, Aaron, and the world knows, there's always little glitches here and there. But I'm working my hardest to make sure there isn't going to be any glitches at all. So.
Yeah,
Well,
Aaron.
me and Ira, when the internet first came out with during President Clinton's reign, as when
Yeah.
he was president, we had talked extensively, about streaming and where boxing were going to go. And we tried to get a lot of people at the early stage to buy into it, but they didn't see it.
Yeah.
But we seen it, and we had to take other avenues. It's all catching up in time. When Ira was doing live concerts, and he was on with Radio One, Kathy Hughes from a ship out in the ocean, the stream. We did all kind of things to show people that what we believed in was real and that it could be done. And this here tournament is real and it can be done. And I want to congratulate both of you. You put a fine uh, trophy together
Oh
for
my
the
God.
winners of the tournament. I mean, that's a beautiful, beautiful trophy.
It, it
And
it is gorgeous, Aaron. It is beautiful, and it was the inside of Mister Ira down here. I mean, he's the one that pushed me, and then we designed that thing. It is outrageous.
oh, yes, yes, it is, man. And so many professional guys. Back in the day, they used to give professional fighters a large trophy. And Christopher says on the chat, he says, "Nice look, a nice looking piece of hardware." Thank you, Christopher, for complimenting us. And I had to just cut what I was going to say off to let them know what on the chat what people were saying. We want to thank you, Christopher, those that are watching, for complimenting these two guys and their effort. It is dynamite. To see such a hardware, because back in the earlier days, like the 1920s, boxers used to get large trophies when they win different tournaments and championship. And it got away from trophies in the professionals, and it was more about monetary values. But it seems like the fighters in this tournament are going to get monetary value and a trophy. Monetary means money for practicing their trade. And this ain't prize fighting, is it?
So
Or is it?
let me add to that, Aaron, because yes, they're going to get monetary, but every single fighter is going to get a trophy because we want to recognize them worldwide. Not only are they going to get a trophy, but they're going to get worldwide recognition. Worldwide, the
Yeah,
whole
this is
entire
going on.
world.
These fights are going on their record on BoxRec.
Yes,
We've got this posted up on BoxRec. We've taken all the correct religious steps to make these totally legitimate. And I know you've looked at the card, Aaron, and
Yes, I
it's
have.
really well balanced. The matchmaking has been very critical and and done really well. The Mexicans and the Chinese two teams have critically looked through the matchups, and they're excited. And I think we should have a great night of rounds. I mean, we could even have up, considering we could have easily 35 to 40 rounds that evening, easily.
yeah,
And I think that if we do cap it off, the great thing that John is talking, Aaron, about what you and I have spoken to for a long time is getting the rest of the world seen. We're not seeing them here. This is an opportunity for all these countries. I mean, it's the Kazakhstans, it's the Taiwanese, it's the
South
Japanese.
South Africans.
Oh yes, we have South Africa. We have your pal. We have your pal
Yeah,
from South Africa
absolutely.
already.
I trained one of their heavyweight champions from South Africa, Francois Botha. You remember
Oh yeah,
Francois? He won the IBF title, and quite a few other South African fighters Gary Ballard that I trained. And I'm gonna give you a little insight on South Africa since you mentioned that. Nelson Mandela.
yep.
when Nelson Mandela first got released out of prison,
Right.
he came into the UN, and because Nelson Mandela was a former boxer himself, and he wanted some fighters he wanted to meet in the UN building. So we went to a private room, Jose Suleiman, Don King. He wanted to meet Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Joe Frazier. And I was happened to be a part of that, and all of us met him in a private room in the UN when he first came out of prison. What a thing! So out of that, I had the opportunity to train a few of South Africa's fighters when they got it all together. And Francois Bolton, Gary Ballard were from South Africa who had signed with Don. And we got them to be champion, and it meant a lot to the country, and it meant a lot to the president of that country. And I believe that's what you're trying to do, John, where
Yes.
it means something to countrymen to have a world champion. America's blessed because America has so much talent in America and so many champions. And a lot of times you don't get to see the rest of the world,
Exactly.
the talent in boxing. And I believe this is what, John, what you're trying to explain, to do is show the rest of the world the talent that are in these other countries. And
Exactly.
that takes great effort. It takes great time. It takes great effort. The WBC, which represents 169 countries and affiliates. So when people see all of these people rated and stuff like that, they don't understand, well, how'd this guy get a rating? How'd this guy, where's he coming from? Well, they have affiliates
Yes.
that represent, that comes to the big convention, that lobby for their men in their position. This is how they get it, because they're doing fights, guys get rated. But John, you're trying to give them the exposure, TV, so people can get a chance to see them where they normally wouldn't get be seen. Is that correct?
That is 100% correct. And I know you go back to the old word TV, but 90% of the world population now is on mobile phones. And so we are really concentrating on mobile phones, streaming, tablets, because I really believe that TV is kind of going to go away sooner or later. Yeah, you're going to see movies on the TV, but it's the mobile phone, because third world countries don't have the pleasure of having a big TV. So yes, we're concentrating. We're going to give them the spotlight. We're going to let the world see all these talents out there. That's really where our motivation is.
Ira Glass, being a heavy TV person like yourself, you done did Major League Baseball, you done did the NBA, and not on a low level, on a high level. You have produced TV shows and events for one of the greatest boxing promoters of all times, Don King. For this kind of tournament, Ira, what exactly, when it comes to program, are you bringing to the table, and what can the fans, what can we see overall in this great program? And I know you can do it second to none.
Well, as I tried to say, John has given me the reins to make sure that we are showcasing the fighters first. The event will be a secondary thing. We're going to bring them on. We're going to let them be creative. We're going to make sure that this team, their participation in the team is first and foremost. We have theatrical representations for each team that are going to put on displays from their homeland. It's going to be incredible. We're going to show their colors. We're going to show their flags. We're going to give all that kind of time that in the past, terrestrial television was unable to do based on its time frames and its advertising. We have reached out through a couple of our also added colleagues to get us into streaming platforms that weren't traditionally boxing. So we're going to be able to be out into the public areas internationally. when the thing I wanted to mention too about the format, Baron, that I think you'll appreciate, and so will your viewers, is that like this, we're doing Cancun and then we're going to do Shanghai, but our other countries like Kazakhstan, South Africa, they all want to host an event, plus they want to be participants. So we're going to keep that formula as true as possible. We will match up these countries the way they belong to match up. Some will match up a lot better than others, and that's part of the global footprint. But we're going to offer, for instance, I've already been locked down with Kazakhstan broadcasting in their own country. They'll see it. They'll see that live, both sides. Same thing with China, of course. They have huge amount of viewership on their social media platforms, on their tablets. You know, it's all about it's all about what's here. We know we all live
the
on
eyeballs. Yeah.
Yep. And that's going to be the exciting point. We're through our website and through our partnership websites and delivery systems, we're going to attempt to be everywhere we possibly can that our viewing public can be. And I think that answering full circle, I think that's going to put the fighters in a light that they've never been before. Their social numbers are going to go up.
Ira, what you're saying is that before professional boxing to do other things in other countries, you had to set up TV deals with TV networks in other countries. If the networks didn't want to buy it, it was totally out. What you're saying, you're being tied directly into the country. You're able to stream directly into the country, and the athlete, the fighter, will get the exposure that's needed in that country without a TV network or something saying yay or nay. Am I hearing that right?
You're hearing that
Absolutely.
100% right. That was our motivation, is to give these fighters worldwide exposure like they never had before, and recognition.
And you know what else I like? When y'all were giving me a presentation of what you're doing, I like the uniforms that you have designed. Like for this event, China, they have a uniform representing their country with the country name, their trunks, and all of that. And then you have Mexico with their country, with their man. Is that unique? I
Yeah.
mean, you did take some from the a lot of times you see that in amateur sports, but to bring it on a professional level,
Yeah.
I think that's such great mindset to do such a thing in professional boxing.
Yeah, I'm glad you recognize that. I'm really focused on details. So, and the way I figured is they have to represent their country, and they're proud of their country. And that's what motivate us to make uniforms like the Olympics, like the US has their uniform and Japan has their uniform. I want to bring that into boxing also. So, Aaron, thank you. And I hope you show it. And if we're not showing now, you can go to the website and we'll be showing all the country's uniforms. They're absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and if you can say it slow, so the people can catch up to it, or else we'll do it in the chat. Um, the websites, number one, where this is going to be streamed from, and all the information of in the site, explain how to navigate through the site so people don't get confused. So I don't know which one wants to do it. Ira, you want to do it? John, you want to give it out?
I can do it.
Okay, come on, John. You're the tech guy. You know how to do
I
it.
am the tech guy. So if you look where you have my name displayed and you see where I say president of ESE.sports, that is the website, ESE sports with a S.TV. So on that website, you'll log into the main page, and as soon as you move the mouse, you'll see a flag come up. Right now we have it defaulted as the US flag. That's a language translator. So you can click that and translate the entire website instantaneously in over 30 different languages. Now, something else that we did, we put AI built into this website.
Okay,
So
come on with it.
So I mean, I'm really excited about this because I
I'm
know.
excited. You're making because I stream every weekend, and people tune in from all over the world. And some people, they try in other language, but we can't reach them.
So
You know what
now,
I mean? But they be sitting right there listening because we see it on our printout sheet. Man, is this unique?
so this is the great thing about this site. So if you click on any paragraph, any word, any text in which your mouse, if you click the first letter and slide down, you'll see a little speaker come up. And if you click that speaker, it'll read to you in any language that you are comfortable with. So it'll go German, French, uh, Russian. It'll do 30 languages, and it converts the whole website into your native language, which is, I don't think anybody has ever done anything like this.
No, I haven't seen it done, and that's why I say this is real cutting edge stuff, man.
Yeah.
Ira, in the production end, how difficult is for you um, to produce something like this in real time?
Well, fortunately, technology has rapidly improved all of our capabilities. But I'll tell you, Aaron, what you and John were just chatting about, my biggest question is we're doing a quick flashback to old times in new technology. We're going to sit a number of international broadcasters behind the announce table and allow them to do their own language called live. Now, in the
No.
past, we haven't. Yeah, we are. We're going back to that.
Wow,
Those days.
wow. This is cutting edge stuff. I dig stuff like this, Ira. Well, go ahead.
So that is my challenge at the Crossroads. We have a very strong partner in TV Azteca, but I think that they're even going to be surprised when I drop on the idea that these are part of my requirements. We're going to be bringing in a company that's probably out of Salt Lake that does this stuff globally. They have been my partner for the last 18 months. And I think I can probably sit anywhere between 4 and 8 countries live with their own feed back to their own countries live. So with their own announcers.
With a whole together different broadcast team speaking the language live. Is that what you're saying?
Right now it'll be our feed, so it'll have our graphics, our look, just like we would normally do. But internationally, it'll be their commentators. Maybe they have 2 boxing aficionados. Maybe they have a sports team that does nothing but combat sports. Those people come to Cozumel. They will sit ringside and be able to call these fights in their own language. So they don't have to worry about getting that back and then redoing that in their own country. They'll do it live.
So you're putting a heck of a production live.
Yes.
I like that, man. That's phenomenal. Have y'all really bookmarked this? Because I in this time and age, even though guys are streaming, I haven't seen nobody do this yet in boxing.
We used to do it. When I first came on to DK, I got to reflect back. I'm very fortunate to have those years with Don and the team we all had assembled that time. Mr. King is, as I said, when at the Hall of Fame induction days, Mr. King was my mentor. He taught us so much. But I remember when I came on and we had the Tyson Holyfield 2 fight and the ear bite, we were sitting something like, I think, 10 or 15 countries on the back bench. Right. And they were doing their piece live. And that was a huge undertaking by both. I think that was a Showtime event. It took a lot of cooperation. So I know I'm embarking down a very difficult path, but I think I have the right personnel to pull this off. And now we just have to get the cooperation of those countries, which that isn't always as easy as it may sound. There's always some conflicting ideals there, but we're gonna reach out to them. I have spoken with the people, our team in South Africa. They're very interested. They're going to be on board. I'm hoping that, of course, we definitely will have the Chinese side covered. Mexicans are doing their own thing. That's great. So we're starting the ball rolling in Cancun, and we'll just see how far I can take it.
Yeah, well, it's going to take it, and for people continuously are tuning in because people are just beginning to listen. Well, we have, and thank everyone for tuning into the World Boxing Review radio show. We have John Lagos. Is that the way you say it? Lagos. How we say your last name, John? I want to
Legge,
make sure they get it correct.
Legge.
Legge,
I'm Italian.
Legge,
Legge.
John Legge.
That's it.
With us, and Ira Glass, who is a producer and all of that. They're doing a tournament, boxing tournament, with country against country, and this is what we're talking about today. And boy, we covered a lot of ground in a short period of time, but we're going to go back over some of the stuff to redefine it so people really understand it. So the winners of this tournament are going to get a trophy and they're going to get monetary value all on the same. It's
Aaron,
just the winner or each one gets
Aaron,
it. Talk.
everybody's going to get a trophy. Everybody's going to get a trophy. We're going to recognize everybody worldwide. That's what our goal is.
Wow.
I
Wow.
want to reward everybody that participates in every event that we do all over the world. They're going to get a trophy. They're going to get recognition.
Yeah,
Global.
Aaron, you remember when we were all in high school and the team won the city tournament? We all got
Right.
trophies for baseball, and
Right.
then the school got a huge trophy replica
Right.
of what we all got, to have the engraving on it with date, time, to put in the showcase. Right? We're
Right.
doing the same thing.
Wow.
We're going to give out a much bigger trophy with a plaque and congratulations to each one of the participating countries, so that when they go back and they can set up their organizations, they can pass around this global trophy and
Right.
defend
Wow.
it coming up.
So it's going to be in Cancun. Name the venue we're at in Cancun. It's going to be at, so
Just go to the
everybody gets
website.
it right. And hey, look, this is perfect time, and it's going to be in September. What's the September date?
27.
27th.
The
Go to the
27th,
website.
man. People
Everybody
are still going on vacations and things. So
coming
this is
back.
dynamite.
Yeah, and you can go right to the website. John and his team, his IT team, have set it up that you can go, you can book your tickets, you can book hotel rooms, everything right at the resort. Our VIPs are staying at one of the hugest, most gorgeous resorts on the ocean. We are on the ocean.
Yeah. And so the event's going to be a 5,000 seat air conditioned air conditioned, because it's very hot there in
Right.
humid, air conditioned venue. It's called Polyforum Playa de Carmen. So it's right, if you're going on the highway, if you've ever been to Cancun, it's like right on the highway, right across from the island of Cozumel. So
Right.
Cozumel's right across the ocean, 30 miles off the coast. It's absolutely the most beautiful venue ever. It's all new. The hotel, like Ira was saying, is brand new. It's one of the biggest, most beautiful hotels ever. When you go to the website, you can see it.
Okay. So how can people, going over this again, because I want these fighters to get it, those that are listening around the world, how can they get in touch with you and how can they participate in one of these tournaments that you're having? The first one's in September, but you're going to have plenty more. How can they be a participant in?
Yeah, we're planning to do every 3 months, do a tournament in a different country. And so I'm in progress right now of building a login for them to log in and subscribe and become a member, and also for us to evaluate them. So it'll be a questionnaires, how many years they've been fighting, what's their level, what's their wins, what's their losses, what's their draws, um, all that. It's going to be really comprehensive, and we'll gather all that data from their country and put them in a book for them to be recognized and for them to qualify to be on this event.
Oh yeah, Aaron, we're going back. This is flashback. We're going to be producing with John's in IT group and our web people a program just like we used to do in the old days. I mean, with the interviews, the glossy pages, the backstories, all of those parts.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Now, since you said that,
Oh, Aaron, I'm sorry I'm cutting you off because I'm getting really excited right now because Iris said something. I don't know if Ira really knew what he was saying, but we're going to produce a glossy book for everybody who comes in the door. Everybody comes, over 5,000 people that comes in that door. They're going to get a glossy book, and it's going to have all the fighters on each of the pages and a little backstory about all those fighters. And afterwards, I envision to have a long table set up, and for the people that watch the fight come out and have the fighters actually sign autographs on. So we're going to really blow this thing up.
Wow, that's really beautiful. Now, I know that you have some sponsors, but for people who are just tuning in that want to be a part of sponsors that are looking for international exposure,
Right.
all right, how can who want to be in the telecast?
Right.
Sponsors, you can insert commercials and stuff where you want it with sponsors. How can they get it? Is that what you're looking at? I know Ira does stuff like that, but is that what you're looking for sponsors that are looking for international exposure?
Yes.
Go on, John. Tell them what you got.
So when you go on the website, there's on the menu, it'll say sponsorships. So if you click on sponsorships, we create a beautiful page that explains everything about the sponsorships, the sponsorship levels, and then also a click where you can click and get and talk to a representative. So we can tailor, it to them. So yeah, it's fantastic.
Yes, it is, man. This is a unique marketing opportunities for companies that are looking for international exposure. Where it goes, the demographics in boxing in general is young and old, and all of that in between. And this event is bringing that kind of mass exposure around the world. And I think companies should give this a thought and throw their self into something like this, and not only for a short period of time, but because you're going to be doing so many, it's just a great opportunity to touch so many people if you're trying to get your product line or whatever for men and women, young or old or in between. This is great, man. I'm just excited
Go buy
that
your
I have
tickets,
the
Aaron.
opportunity. Ira, he gave me the first shot to and you, John, to get a strong message out for people for this here. And I'm just so happy that you did that in order to get the start getting the message out there. I know you're going to be doing a whole bunch of things out there, but we're going to bring something up close in the view,
Yeah.
so people can tune right in there. That's that beautiful trophy that we're talking about. That's spinning around, boy. You really putting things in motion, and boy, does that trophy look beautiful. It's really different. And about the shirts.
Oh yeah,
Um,
sure.
Man, these are the shirts, and when you go online, and I'm showing you right from stuff that they have online. These are the participant shirts that's going to have this stuff on that night.
Yeah.
Boy, it's really so. Let me tell you, go to esports.tv, man, and this is where the fight's going to be streamed. You can see all the things, how to sign up. Like you said, go up in the corner edge, click on the tab. It drops down. See what you want. Whether a fighter wants to be a participant, if you want sponsorship, whatever you're looking to do, I think they got a little bit something for everybody to be a part of a great event like this, man. And John, man, thank you and Ira, man. That you are doing cutting edge stuff when it comes on the boxing. And wow, this is extremely exciting.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron,
So
you
yes.
know you're my hero.
No, you're my hero. Come on, brother. What?
All from all those days with Dana Pitcher, we never thought it would ever come to much. But I've talked to Pedro all the time. You know, he can't believe it. He's still doing his thing. Next, that's where I'm getting John on next. I got to get Pedro to get him on his show. So,
Yeah,
you know, without guys like you, our sport would have died a long time ago. As far as the public is concerned, we need to kick this into high gear.
Absolutely.
So buy your tickets, Aaron. I want to see you sitting VIP ringside, you and your lady. You know, she deserves them some of that beach time. Put your toes in the sand.
Absolutely.
And Aaron, I want to tell you, I'm going to make a special trophy just for you.
Oh man, you might see that every day on there, man. That's
I want you to show it off to the world every time you do one of these podcasts.
Yeah, have it back there on the shelf, Aaron. Have it back there on the shelf. Put it on a stand.
I'll even give you the motorized platform so it'll spin around.
Oh man, hey, that would be beautiful. You know it. You'll see it every day. But so what they're talking about, this is what we did with Florida and John in Florida at the Boxing Hall of Fame. Ira is a Hall of Famer, and John, you're a Hall of Famer in martial arts.
Yeah.
To my understanding, but that's what they did. They got me and said, hey man, come on, let's go. Let's do it, Aaron. As Ira said, that was taken at the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame just recent for the class of 2025. Ira was there pounding the pavement, getting the word out, getting the message out to many champions like Pinklin Thomas, former heavyweight champion of the world.
We got that interview with you in Pinklin. So
Aaron,
So Aaron, when you're in the parking lot or when you're at the grocery store next time, you take out your phone and you do a shout out. Some of the shout outs that are on there, shout us out, baby. Tell the world what we're doing from every location. Use your phone.
And plus, also you got Cello. You shot some stuff with Cello.
Oh yeah.
Alfonso, you did him. There's so many. Bob Alexander. He did that. Who's vice president of the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. He did a spot for y'all. Y'all were just pounding the pavement with to get so many, because so many people. Once you explain the concept like we're doing today, they just love it, eating it up, you know. And
I need you to get in touch with Randy and get your pal Craig Houck. Get him on board. Get him on board.
From Indiana.
He's always the pessimist.
You know,
Craig, get him on board.
Yes, for the president of the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. But yeah, man, this is something unique.
Yeah, I want to say, Aaron, also to your listeners, when you go on the website at the very bottom on the footer, you're going to see the social media icons, and one of them is a YouTube. If you click the YouTube and you look at the shorts, all those interviews are on the shorts, and they are fantastic. And I want to tell everybody on the Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, always like, share, subscribe, because the more viewers we get, the bigger this gets, the more we can excite this business.
Good job. John, say that again. What do we want them to do?
We want them to go to the website, esc.sports, and go to the bottom footer of the website. And on the bottom footer, there are going to be all the social media icons. You can click on the icons and follow, like, share, subscribe. Please, everybody do that, because that's all the good for the business.
Come on, Aaron.
So
Use your
we got on September 26th, we
7.
have 9. Is it going to be 9 bouts?
Yep.
9 bouts.
9 bouts.
So how many rounds of boxing do you say, Ira?
Well, I mean, look, I'll be happy if there's, let's see, there's 20, 16, 36. I'll be saying it's going to be around 50.
50 rounds of boxing, which is terrific. Night of boxing.
We have a lot of special attractions. This is going to be a great night. A great night.
So look, Ira, he touched on something, special attractions. So we have a Shaolin monk that was born and raised in the monastery with another Shaolin monk that's going to do a 7-minute or so live performance on his art of Kung Fu. And he is amazing. When you go to the website on the home page, you slide down a little bit and you'll see a Shaolin monk. If you click more, you'll see a video of him. He is extraordinary, amazing. And he's a good friend of our family. So he's all part of all this. And also, you're going to see the Maya warriors also do a performance. So they're going to represent the Mexican side, and the Shaolin monks are going to represent the Chinese side. And we're going to do this with all the countries.
Wow, that's culture.
That's culture.
Yeah, that's culture, and that's what it's really all about. What you had said earlier is so people can recognize not just the fighter, but understanding the culture, what they come from in their country, to get a little understanding of the background, what makes them up. You know, and that's vitally important. I think that is the hook that hooks people to follow people in their number one, their own country, but other countries say, oh, I like that guy. You know, he comes from this, he comes from that, he does this, he does that. And I like this guy, I'm gonna follow him. And you keep fans locked in, and you keep them going on. And John, man, that's what creative thinking it takes to
thanks,
do
Aaron.
this stuff.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron, I forget, but do you replay this podcast?
This is live on Facebook right now. It's over YouTube.
Yeah,
and
but
it's always there. And we continuously post all the time. So people, if they don't catch it today, they'll catch it tomorrow. If they don't catch it tomorrow, they'll catch it next week. And if they don't catch it next week, maybe they'll catch it a couple weeks from now. But they do catch it. And I know
it does replay.
Oh, it's always there. It's always up online. People watch our show, the World Boxing Review, constantly. How do I know? Because when I'm out in the boxing communities, people all the time talking about the show. They always say they enjoy it. The interesting parts that what I do with the guests like yourselves, and talk about what's happening today in boxing, tomorrow in boxing, up and coming fights and stuff like that. So we handle the past, the present, and the future stars. And you know, since we're going through that, and we'll get back to you real quick. The great Julio Cesar Chavez, his son Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., was arrested, and they're holding him to indict him back to Mexico. And we're sorry to hear about that sad news. And we just want to hope the best for the Chavez family, Julio Cesar Chavez and his son and his family. And may God hold you and keep you, because we're going to Mexico, and we hope that people can get in and out of countries with no problem and nothing, because sports bring people together. That's why we're here talking about this magnificent international event against China and Mexico. It is all about, and what this is all about, bringing people together for love and understanding of the world and their country. You know, it's God just didn't create just one. He created many. And the reason why he did that so we can understand the uniqueness of God's creation and how he can take one and make one and different, speak different languages and create different kind of dress, culture, food, and still we can still come and rejoice and celebrate him and the love for him for just creating the human being. And that's what we want to say for that part. But it looks like Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury announced that he's coming out of retirement. He's, you know, Tyson Fury, he's full of antics. And he's talking about him and Usyk sometime next year. But Usyk got a fight coming up against Daniel Dubois in a couple weeks. And at first, Usyk has to get past Daniel Dubois, which I think is going to be a dynamite fight. I think Usyk is going to win, but I think you're putting the chickens too far before the chicken is hatched. You got to let the chicken hatch, and the chicken becomes the chicken. And also Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's back out on the scene. I was watching stuff with a champion I used to train and had the pleasure of training down there in Guyana, Africa, named Azuma Nelson. He was down there, Anthony Joshua, with the president of Ghana, Africa. And here comes Azuma Nelson, a great champion, inducted in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Him and Anthony Joshua were practicing boxing. It was great to see that two legends of the game coming together with the spirit of the people. And Anthony Joshua was running in Ghana. The people were cheering him on. Man, Anthony Joshua looked like his spirit is renewed to come back, and may they put those great matches up together. See what boxing brings together just in that little segment. Look at the countries we talked about. We talked about Africa. We talked about Mexico. We talked about England. You know, man, that's how fast, you know, on the higher end, what y'all are trying to do, man. This is what boxing's on about. People all around the world.
Let me add one thing that you hit on, Aaron. You and I have had this discussion for many years, and it's more prominent than ever. No one can walk down the street in these days and name the heavyweight champion of the world. But the fact of the matter is, that's all we used to focus on. That was the moniker for boxing. But that's not what we're doing. We're not at this crossroads. We're not highlighting, showcasing. All of these bouts, these 9 bouts, are going to be from the middle down. We're going to highlight those that haven't been seen, those divisions that really need that recognition, that need that step up, that exposure. Yes, the heavyweight, we all know about where it goes on above that middle group, but we need to put the rest of the world on notice that there is some fabulous, fabulous talent out there. We just need to have everybody see it.
Yeah, well, little men are giants too. What you're saying from what is it, featherweight to middleweight? I believe that's what your tournament is going to be about, in those weight classes in between. And I think it's just great that you're taking the risk to seek the reward. Those who never take the risk to fail greatly never achieve greatly. And this is, hey, this is a great risk. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of money to insert into such a great tournament like this here. And it looks like, John, Ira, y'all guys are putting your money where your mouth is. And boy, are you getting ready to pull something off great.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm really excited. Can't wait.
And, you know, boy, an hour goes pretty fast, man.
It does. It's
when you're having fun.
Yeah. We'll have to do this again.
Oh, no question. We're going to do it many times, anytime, any place, anyhow, or any will. Hey,
well,
but
I don't want you to do it. You need to come the Saturday before the week before, so you can do your show from there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
wouldn't
do a
that be
special,
something?
do a special edition on a Tuesday night.
With
Tuesday night from Cancun.
with the ocean and cabana
Yeah,
and the
do that, Aaron.
palm trees and a pina colada.
There you go.
Isn't that something? Yeah, in closing, thank you, gentlemen, very much. But in closing, John, what do you want to get out there, man? What something we may not have brought up earlier, something that you want to say?
I just want to, thank everybody for watching your beautiful show. And I just want to make sure everybody, hey, if anybody has any thoughts or ideas of anything we're missing or anything they want to see that we overlooked, write us comments on the social media platform. We will read them. We will respond back to you. We listen to our fans because it's all about the fans.
Wow. In closing, Ira, what do you want to give out there?
We just have to pray to God and all the powers that be that we can pull off this international event with the focus on the sport, with the focus on unity, with the focus on integrity, and get this in the can way we laying it out. I'm sure we're going to have some hiccups, but I think that all in all, we just want this to become a safe event for all participants.
Absolutely.
Well, I think you hit it right at the head. Our dreams only come true if you believe that they do. You have to dream a little while. You have to work, and to make them happen. And every problem becomes a new solution to win or to do something bigger or greater. And it looks like y'all are doing that. Y'all have put your mind, you put your pen down to the paper. You're showing it. You put your money where your mouth is. And I think that this event is going to be outstanding. An international tournament, and it's going to be streamed on ESE sports.tv. And we want to thank you, John, you, Ira, for tuning in to be interviewed on the World Boxing Review radio show. It's greatly appreciated. We love you and care for you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you for tuning into the World Boxing Review radio show today. Boy, what a exciting event that's going on, man. We want you to reach out to that website. Let's make that website crash. Let's see if they have the backbone and all of that. We want all of y'all to tune in. Let's see if we can get it to go down. Tune into it. Go there and see if we can make all these people tune into that site. Let's see if we can make it get so much traffic going to that site to crash it so they can rebuild it to make sure it's right and tight for this international boxing event, because that's what it's going to take, because people are going to tune in at alarming rate around the world, and we want to make sure that they're ready for it. You know, it ain't going to be like Netflix. They get some bumps and hiccups. I think these guys are got hit it dead on the spot, and they're going to be able to do the job that it takes to create an international event. Thank each and every one of you for tuning into the World Boxing Review radio show. My name is Aaron Snowell. They call me the Hall of Fame Trainer of Champions. And we travel the world for past, present, and future stars.